Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the fourth and last session of Compose Camp. So, does anyone have questions since the last session? So, just put it on the chat if you have any question. We'll wait few minutes for questions. So, we will also take questions at the end of the session. So, you can ask your question at that time also. So, let's continue with the session. So, have a look at today's schedule. Again, there will be an attendance form which is mandatory to be filled to get the certificate. So let's continue with the learning. Today we will clone few UI elements of the famous application that we use every day. Yes, we will clone WhatsApp today. So basically we create this top bar where WhatsApp is written, the top bar from where we can switch between chat, status and call window. And yeah, we will clone this page only, right? So let's begin with the coding. So this is the default code when you create a compose activity. Let me run it once. It's installing. Installing. Till then, have a look how we can build this UI. So basically, we need a top bar in which we will store this WhatsApp tag and this icon. Just below that, in the top bar, we will also place this tab bar from where we can switch this chat, status, and call. And in the body part, we will create this chat tile in which there is a profile picture, the name, and the message also with time. So we'll place all these in column. Yeah, and there's also a floating action button. So it's quite simple. Let's wait for this to install. Till then, let's create some architecture theme. We'll create a package here named view so that we can put all the UI stuffs in the view package, right? So we'll also create one more package for data to store all the data. So in the view, let's create one more Kotlin class, Kotlin file, main app. So main app will hold all the pages. Main app will hold the scaffold in which the top bar and the floating action button is placed, and we will create additional pages for chat, status, and call. Chat page. I have created chat page. Let's go to chat page and change the name to chat. Again, copy and paste it. Status page. Again, in the status page, go and change its name to status page. One more page is required, so we will create call page. So we have created total three pages and our one main app. So in the main app, what we will do, we'll add a scaffold, and also we'll wait for this to install. Let me launch my emulator. Right. Also, the like primary color of the app is like what's a green, dark green kind of. So let me set it in the UI theme. I will go to color and I will add extra color val. You can say WhatsApp green. And the color value of this I already managed. Yeah, so we have our variable WhatsApp green that holds this green color, and in the theme, I will change the primary color to WhatsApp green. Also in the light mode. So WhatsApp green is now our primary color. Also, we have to change the status bar color. So for that, we will go to this res folder and values. We will add WhatsApp green color here also. Let's build the project. And I guess let me just quick restart my Android Studio. I guess there's some glitch in this emulator because it is not able to run this. Now run the emulator. Let me try another emulator. So these are some older codes. You can also ask questions if you have any. Like I will also answer all the questions. Oh, so there was some glitch from in that emulator. So now this Pixel 4 is working. So we'll continue here. Okay. So what I will do, I will change the status bar color also. So for that, I will go here in themes.xml, and I just added what's a green color here. Now let's restart the app. So you can see the color is changed, and now I have created a scaffold here. So inside this scaffold, I will add a top bar. Top app bar. In the top app bar, it works like this is the whole row scope inside which we place our app bar, and this is a top app bar. This is a direct API that we can use from Jetpack Compose. Scaffold is also a high level widget which holds app bar, scaffold, app bar, and floating action buttons. There are many things you can just hover it, and you can see there snack bar, floating, drawable source, and you can also add drawers from here. And now let's continue. Let me add a text here. WhatsApp. Let's rebuild it and see the result. Right, we have to add this WhatsApp here and this icon. So it's not showing any output because we haven't called this main app in my main activity. It's still greeting. That's why. Let me just erase it and call the main app here. Delete all these stuff and restart my app. Yep, you can see WhatsApp with the app bar is here. Let's go back to our top bar and let me add some more feature here. Like I have to add a row here because we also want three dot menu, right? So I will horizontal arrangement, space between, and I will put this text widget inside this row, and I will also add a icon here. Icons dot default dot what we say move word. The name of this icon is move word. Let's restart. What's the issue? In the main app content description we have to add here. It's just a menu. Yeah, you can see WhatsApp with this icon, but we also added space between. But now, like this row is not taking the maximum width, so we'll add a modifier here. Modifier dot fill max width. Right. Yeah, you can see this icon is, and we also want some padding just before the WhatsApp, so we'll add a padding in this text by using modifier dot padding. We want padding at start, so start 16 degree. Rebuild. You can see the color of this WhatsApp is not like pure white, so we can also change the color of this WhatsApp and make it quite bold. You can do it by using style and text style, color, color dot white, and font weight dot semibold. We want this semibold. Control plus Alt plus L to reformat your code. Just rerun. Yeah, you have to give some size. We create UI by just like doing one step at a time. Then you will achieve whatever you want to. Right? Font size, and we'll give 20. .sp is the unit for font size. Yep. Now I guess it's better. We can match it with our. I guess there is some different font. You can also use it, but you can make it medium and increase the font height. Let's rebuild it. I guess it's better. And the triple dot is okay. Now we have to add this thing, these tab bar. So let's reformat this again. So for the tab bar, what we have to do, so before tab bar, let me just add something here in these pages, all pages and Jetpack page and status page. So let's just create a column, arrangement, arrangement dot center, horizontal alignment, alignment dot center horizontally. And inside this, let's add a text composable and just name status page. Make it bold. Style text style font weight dot bold. Let's rebuild. We add symbol so we can, or not after WhatsApp. If we add some, I'm not getting what you are asking. Code box. Can you please retype what you want to ask? Then I will take your question. So the status page is ready. Just copy this stuff and put this in the chat page also. Put this in the call page also. Change call page and chat page. Let's rebuild. So let's create one more file here. It is Kotlin class file tabs. We'll create our tabs here. So like to add these tabs, we have to add a dependencies. So we can add our dependencies by going to Gradle script and this module level build Gradle, and we can add our dependencies here. So let me add the dependencies. This is a dependency that we have to add, like pager. It contains the tab stuff. When you add any dependency, don't forget to sync your build gradle. So it is successful. Now let's come back to, so let's talk about state. So when we are building this, when we will create in the chat, this is one state. When we will tap on status, this is another state. So when we tap on any button, it changes the state, and state changes the UI. So let's say you will click on status. So status will change the state to something else, and the display in the body will change. So what we will do, we will create a anim class. Anim class is used to add some state stuff. So tab pages, right? So let's say we can have chat, status, and calls. These are our three states. Okay, it may be chat, status, and call, but there could be only one state at a time of this class. Okay. So now create a tab home. Simple tab home. So tab home will take tab row. This is a composable that is inside that dependencies that we just added. So it required selected tab index. Let me add it. Selected tab index int, and we can use this here. So we are taking in the parameter of this function. Now we can tab page dot values pages dot values dot row indexed. So what we are doing here, we have created a tab row, which is basically this, and inside this we want these three steps, right? Chat, status, and call. So in we have created a for loop for each of these. So now we will use this uh, index tab pages. Limit to tab pages. It will be much better. Okay, so these are two things that we can use inside this. So a single tab, we are creating a single tab. Import it by pressing Alt Enter. We have to add a boolean here, like is this tab selected or not. So what we will do, we will set the index of this to the selected tab index. If this is equal, then this is selected. On click, like after when we will click this tab, what should happen? So we will also take this in the parameter on selected tab. This is a function. So on selected tab. rerun this. We haven't called this tab home, so don't expect the tabs here. We'll also add a text. We add a comma here. So the text will be text composable and tab page dot name. So I guess we are done creating all the tab stuff. Let's rebuild. So just check that there is no error. And now we'll go to our main app. And here we will define some variables, some useful variables like where that is, I remember, import 10. So basically, this variable is tab page and it is holding the state, the actual state. So it defines the initial state is tab page dot chat, and we are remembering this. So when this function will recompose, so it will remember that what's the last state. Okay, and we'll create one more variable page. The page state. We are using an experimental API, so that's why we have to mark this as experimental pager API. Now is scope. So someone is asking, can you please remove the emulator device frame? So yeah, sure, I will. And remember, so make this async. So you know what is the difference between async and async? Async, it means at the same time all the function calls has happened, but in async, like the previous function, like the next function waits for the previous function to get finished. So we have created this code to use async feature. So we have created these three variables. Or let me just remove the frame. Now I guess it's better. Some of the handles of WhatsApp having green tick. Yeah, there like inside WhatsApp there are green tick is also there, but for now we are not adding it. If you want, you can add. Right. You just have to add. Let me show it. Uh, this message. We have to add this in a row. This two text composable is in a single column, and this message part is also inside a row. So there you can add icon, and the icon can also hold two state like seen or not seen. Like if it is seen, then you can change the color to blue, and if it is not seen, then you can keep the color to this gray. Let's move back here. Now let me add it in the top bar. So this is the row which holds this WhatsApp. We have to add it in a column because this WhatsApp and the tab thing is in a column, right? Mm, Wait, and okay, let me add it here, right? What we'll name it tab home. We just created this function, right? In the tab page, this and this take an integer and on selected, right? So we will pass here tab page dot body. It basically sends the index and the current index of the state. And on selected, what we'll do, the function, we will use this launch specific function and tab page to it and pager state dot animate scroll to page. So what we will do in this scope, we will change the tab page to the current selected page, and we will change the like this body to the like selected which is corresponding to that state, right? And we will also animate it like a scrollable, you know. Now let me rebuild. Yep, it's there, but it's not working. Let's see why not. Hmm, just comment it because we are not changing the body for now. We will tackle this in the tabs, tab home. Let's see here. On selected it, launch scope, page dot it. Let's stop and let's rebuild it. Still not working. Okay, we will look into it. Uh, so for now, so let's give a height to it. You can see that it's kind of clumsy. So we will add some height to the top bar, right? So modifier, modifier dot height. Let's on the DP. Let's rebuild and check it out. Uh, I guess 100 is okay, but we have to, make this at the bottom, right? So if we add modifier here, modifier dot size, we can use fill max size. We fill the maximum size this column, and we will also add a vertical arrangement dot space between. Again rebuild, and we also have to add padding just after the WhatsApp, right? At the top of this WhatsApp. Again, go to this WhatsApp. We have added padding to the start, Now we'll add padding to the top. Yes. Now you can see that these stuffs are ready, and I guess they are same, right? Let's have a look at tabs also, like if there's some mistake here. Tabs, page dot name, yep. On selected tab, we have to change the tab page, right? Because we have passed this tab page here. Now I guess it should work. Let's rebuild it. Yeah, you can see this is changing actually. And now we'll add the body, right? Here is our body of a scaffold. So these are all the stuff that we done in the top bar. Okay, you can see here it's start and here it's end. And now this is the body. Okay, in the body we have to add pages corresponding to the state, like what state it is, and according to the state it will change. And also we have to pass this padding value because like in the latest update of Jetpack Compose, we have to pass the padding of this scaffold to the to the recent uh, composable that we will use. So we are going to use horizontal pacer, and in the count that we'll do we tab page values dot size. Take the size of this and state page state variable that we just created, modifier dot padding value, because we have to use this padding value. Okay, control tell to the format, and inside this horizontal pacer we will use the index of this tag. Okay, so like we can also write if else, but Kotlin support this when feature. Like if you're familiar with the C++, we use this as a case, case when this is equal to this index, and when index is equal to 0, we will open our chat page. When index is equal to 1, we will open our status page. When it is equal to 2, call page. Now let's rebuild. So Asmit Sinha is saying like not given padding to the icon in the row, it's bit upward. Yes, we can add padding to this, this icon. So we can go up and add modifier. We all know like modifiers are really useful. Modifier dot padding. We'll add padding of from top, right? From top, we'll add 5 dp. Let's see it's work or not. We have to add some more. 16. Yep, now it's good. We can also add color here. If you want to know about what are the parameters that it accept, you can see that you can, when you hover over any function, you can see what are the parameter it takes. Okay, so you can see that tint is the color. Okay, we can change the color by using tint. You don't have to remember everything, just use tint color dot white. And also Google, like Google and Stack Overflow are the best friend of programmers. You know, whenever you get stuck, just go and Google it. You will find solution there. Now you can see chat page, status page, and call page. These are working, right? So today we will only build this chat page, and you can also work on status page and call page, and then you can also integrate these with your API, or you can take API from anywhere. So we will build all these static. Okay, so to make it simple, because most of the student who are attending this session are beginners, so we will keep in mind. So go to the chat page. So we have to remove this text and add our own code. So what we'll do, we'll create a composable chat. Okay, because these are just repeating, so we can just create one composable function for one of these, and we will just repeat it. Okay, whenever we need, like it accepts I guess four stuffs is there: the image, the name, the message, and the time, right? So what we can do, we can create a model for it. So in the data, let's create a Kotlin class, data class. We learned data about data class in the last session, so we can name this model. And profile profile painter. We have to import this painter, alt plus enter, and name data type string, and message data type string string. Well, the last thing was time, right? Time, which we can also take it as a string. Now we'll do what? We'll create a val chats, and we'll create a list of chat model. So we will create a variable chat which will hold a list of various chats. Okay, many chats. So let's start creating chat model file. I guess we have to add a profile, sample profile picture, import it. Yeah, just add this cat.jpg, and our dot rival dot import this is a problem. Okay, actually we are not taking painter, we are taking only the index of the resource. So we have to make this int. Okay, the name, then we can say that one, message, milk, and the last time. So we have our fun data. We will just copy it, paste it, paste it, paste it, and paste it. So I guess we have data ready. Now let's go to chat page, and this will take simple chat model of data type chat model, and the name of variable is chat. So we'll use this chat and chat. So what we'll do, we can see this as a row, and inside this row there is a profile and a column which holds two text composable and again a text composable. So create a row, modifier, maximum width, and image, enter resource, chat dot profile. The content description, we can make it like chat name, and we can concat here like chat name and in profile. So whenever when the talkback feature is on in the user device, then if they will tap in the profile, so the content description will be speak out by the mobile. Okay, so that's why Google pushes this so much, because they want to make this mobile phone for everyone. Content description is this is ready. That's rebel. Also, let's okay. You can see how our chat is looking like. So let's create a preview. Composable phone preview chat. We use our theme. What is our app name? Compose Camp clone theme, and inside this we will call our chat. Okay, chat, and we have to pass a data here. So from chats, we'll pass the 0 to 10 lakhs, the first data. Okay, let's split it and see. Actually, it's incomplete. We have to pass the chat dot name here. Let's rebuild. Are you guys getting it? How we are like moving step by step. Okay, you can see the cat one is here, and this preview chat, this profile picture is also there. I guess the cat doesn't look like this, so we have to take a look in the data. Cat, all right, all right. Let me do one thing. In the chat phase, I will do what? Build this again. And also, what I will do, for each element of the chats, I will call this chat function that we just created. Build. It's building. We'll wait few seconds. What's problem with the? Let's have a look here. Try to refresh the layout. Let's refresh it. I guess everything is right here. We can also check here. This column, we don't need these stuff. And cats dot for each, like for each and every element of chats, we name this as chat model. All the chat composable, and it takes a chat. Let's rebuild. Oh, you can see that these cats are here. We have to, resize the image and do all the stuff, right? So let's add a modifier here. Modifier dot size will add, I guess, 100 dp. So it's fine or not. A little bit more. 50. Yeah, I guess it's fine. And now we have to add one more thing. Content scale. Something like this. Just hover over it. Yeah, content scale. We will add content scale to crop and zoom. Match the size. If we build, so you can see, like now the cats are like going to match the easy boy. So we have to add some padding. 16 dp each and every side. That's good. Also, we have to change the shape of this, right? We can clip, and change the shape of this image. Circular shape. Now, I guess the padding is not that much good. What we can do, we can add padding in the row. So vertically we want some padding, 8 dp, and horizontally we want 16 dp. Okay, and okay, now we have to remove the padding from here because we have added padding at the row level. Rebuild. Now I guess it's matching our UI, right? We have to add a divider kind of thing also. Also, we have to make this text quite bold. Let's make this text bold and also align it. Add some padding. All. Let me add vertical alignment. Into Alt L. and some padding in this text. Modifier padding at the start. Yes, 8 will be fine. We can add some more. 16. Yeah, 16 is good. And we have to change the font. So we'll add style, text style, font weight, font weight, dot bold to make it bold. Right. Again, rebuild. We have to increase the size also. Font size 14, 16. Dot SP. 18. Now I guess, yeah, it's okay. I guess it's semi-bold. Okay. Now add these in a column. Inside column, put this text composable and also add one more text composer for message. Chat dot message. Great. Now what we can do, we can add this padding at the column level. Okay. So it will work for both these text. And the color of this text. Text style, color, color dot gray. Why? What is the error? Just over it. Okay, we have to add style. Let's rebuild again. Now you can see we are very close, right, to the desired UI. Okay. I guess the image is quite larger, right? And also you can notice some of the differences that we have. You change this shape a little bit smaller. 70. Now I guess it's better. And also the color is not exactly gray. Black dot. Because we can use this alpha. Okay, we'll go with this gray, or we can use our custom color. Now the last thing is we have to add this time, right? So again, we will copy this text and paste it here. Time. And we have to make this far away. Add a comma and horizontal arrangement. Arrangement dot space between. Great. We can see that we are almost there. I have to just do one more thing. We have to put this and this again in a row. Okay. So let's write this, create a row, and put this image and this column inside this row. And also use the vertical arrangement inside this row also. Great. We just need one divider. So what we will do in this row, we can add we want divider from, okay, okay, let's use a divider here in this row at the bottom, right? Okay, so we can directly put divider just after each chats divider. I guess it will work. Yeah, it's also adding the divider. But now, if you want to add a divider inside each chat, so we have to again split our this row in the width in the weight, right? So then we cannot use row inside a row. Inside the first row, we have to split it into weight. So you can do that also. And we have to add this floating action button, right? So we can add this floating action button in scaffold. And also like we can, if we change our data, if we go in our data chat model, if we change here like cat1, cat2, right? If we change the data here, it will also change. Okay, so you don't have to create UI like each and every time. You just have to create one composable function, and you can see cat3 is here. Yeah, in the third, right? In the first two are same. I will add here two. Let's rebuild cat 1, cat 2, cat 3, and also like I'm using the same image every time. You can change these. Okay, so in our actual WhatsApp, what actually happened? There's a tile. Okay, there's a composable function, and it takes some parameters like profile picture, and the profile image is not in your device. Actually, it comes from the web. So there we use network image. We can also use network image. So for that we have to add one another dependencies name coil. You can use that also. There's so much stuff that we can do in this. Okay, so like this, the all the motto of the cloning the UI is to give a push, so that you can start with these stuff. And actually doing all these stuff is really fun. Let me add the uh, floating action button in the main app. Here is the top app bar, and here I can add floating action button. Right. Floating action button, and on click I don't want to do anything. Here is the body of floating action button. Oops. I will add here a icon. We'll use material icon, whatever available. icons dot default. Let's see, is there any chat icon? Any chat icon? Let's go with add. You can also like find some good icon and use the add icon. Floating background button is also there. We can also change the color by just passing the tint color green. Great. We don't have to change the height. I think there we have to change the color of floating accent button. The icon color will remain, white. Floating accent button. We will add a background color, and the background color will be color dot green. I guess it is done, right? Yeah. Also, we can make this tint white again. Color dot white. So great. You can also, copy these color and make it exactly like this. Uh, I have just given a brief idea like how you can actually clone UIs. No matter what the UI is, you can just go on, split the UI in columns, row, and box, and start building it. Right. So, is there any issue, or we can open up for the question? And also, like, you can share what you have learned by using these Compose Camp and GDSCBITB tags on Twitter and any other social media. And if you want to continue learning by your own, you can go and check out these resources. If you have a question, just ask. And you can also contact me by my social handles, which will be available in our comment section. You can contact me anytime if you get stuck in Jetpack Compose as well as Flutter development. Okay. And thanks everyone for if you are still there and learn everything from start to the beginning, from the beginning to the end, it's a great thing. Okay. Okay, then, if there is no question, we can wrap up. And thank you for being a part of Compose Camp. Thank you all.